The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer finally dropped and completely blew up the internet, breaking the record for most views on a YouTube video in the first 24 hours. Vice City looks unbelievable, and there's already so much in the trailer to dissect, which of course has led to lots of really interesting fan theories. Weapon loadouts, how big the world will be, is this Bikini model Lucia? Yes, we will look at this theory in detail, don't worry. Let's break down the best fan theories and why we love them or hate them. First up, we have weapon loadouts. One of the things people noticed in the leaked GTA footage was the fact that the weapon loadout had changed pretty drastically. We see Jason picking up a rifle and dropping it on the ground, suggesting the classic weapon wheel inventory has been removed. Some fans have speculated that perhaps the weapon system will be replaced with a system similar to the one in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you can carry a few guns with you at once while storing the rest of your arsenal on your horse. Well, instead of a horse, obviously, you would store them in the trunk of your car. In the GTA 6 trailer, there's a brief lowrider scene featuring murals, and we can see a car with its trunk open, which really kind of demonstrates how fitting that system would be. And we'll say right away, we love this idea. This concept allows for greater immersion and tactical decision-making, challenging players to carefully choose their arsenal instead of magically carrying a rocket launcher and 6 assault rifles up their sleeves. In fact, we'll say we're giving this one a 5-star wanted level. Love is a long road. Rockstar seems to put a lot of effort into the music they choose for their trailers. In the case of GTA 6's first trailer, we get captivating glimpses of a modern-day Vice City and its eccentric Florida man-like residents, accompanied by Tom Petty's Love is a Long Road. Some fans have theorized the lyrics tie into the game's narrative. One user on GTA forums, Johnny Albuquerque, suggested, quote, "I think the lyrics of Tom Petty's song in the trailer could be a giveaway of some sorts. It's about a dangerous girl messing with a guy's head. Lucia might take Jason through the dark path and he ends up dying or just giving up on her. Listen to the opening lyrics. There was a girl I knew, she said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be." This could foreshadow more about Lucia's character. There are a lot of lyrics that could reveal more about Lucia and Jason if that was in fact the intent of Rockstar. Other users have pointed out that Tom Petty's birthplace was Gainesville, Florida, which fits some of the more rural parts of GTA 6. While these theories may appear improbable to some, there is evidence hinting that Petty's music could provide insights into the future. Beyond the inclusion of his music in the trailer, observant players have spotted a Petty Forever sticker on an open door in the video. All in all, we'll say we like this theory a lot, which brings us to another betrayal. Given Rockstar's history of intricate narratives with protagonist betrayals woven into story conclusions, many are speculating this to be the case with Lucia and Jason. Some fans have suggested the idea of Lucia being approached by the game's equivalent of the FIB, offering her freedom and entry into the witness security program in exchange for assisting in capturing Jason. Jason might be a high priority target for the authorities, and there's a chance Lucia and Jason share a past connection, prompting the FIB interest in her. The trailer's final scene featuring Lucia and Jason in bed, with Lucia questioning trust.
Trust.
More than hints that trust plays a central theme in the storytelling. This could all end in a final decision at the climax of the game. Maybe eliminate Jason and go solo, stand by Jason and defy the FIB, hand him over to the authorities, or even go out together like Bonnie and Clyde. Many have pointed out that betrayal and backstabbing has been a huge recurring theme in Rockstar's games. From GTA 5 to the Red Dead Redemption games, even the older games like San Andreas, GTA 3, and Vice City had a lot of betrayals interwoven into the story. Personally, I'd like the story to defy that, at least with the two protagonists' relationship to one another, but what do you think? And on the topic of betrayals, one of the protagonists is a cop. There is a lot of speculation floating around that either Lucia or Jason is actually law enforcement. One of the most common versions of this theory is that Lucia is an undercover cop. Her rapport with the prison social worker seems more casual, and when asked why she's here, she says bad luck.
Bad luck, I guess.
Which could simply be referring to her next undercover job. Another fan, Reddit user Jojo Reddit, thinks that Jason is the cop, pointing out that his character comes off as much more sketchy in the trailer, and that it's likely intentional in the trailer as we don't see much of his face at one time. He's also the one in the robbery who's always behind Lucia, suggesting she's calling the shots, which would make sense if he's undercover in some way. The user also points out the one POV shot we get in the trailer is the cop footage, and although this is a very broad thing, the cop is clearly a white guy, which means it's possible this could be Jason's body cam footage. Again, the emphasis on the word trust, which he repeats, is a bit suspect too. With all that said, we don't think either character will end up being a cop. Even in the leaked gameplay, we see armed confrontation with police, and if there was an undercover situation, it just doesn't make much sense as soon as things get violent. We also don't particularly like the Undercover Cop storyline all too much and would rather just see these two paired up as criminal lovers like Bonnie and Clyde. So we have to say we dislike this theory. Project Americas. The Project Americas theory has been circulating for quite some time, and honestly, it's one of the most ambitious ideas we've seen. It revolves around the idea that GTA 6 would include multiple cities, allowing players to travel between them using airplanes. Despite the Florida-centric focus in the trailer, the theory remains unconfirmed, and omitting such a feature from the marketing might be seen as counterintuitive to Rockstar Games. That said, it certainly can't be ruled out. Take, for example, GTA 5. We didn't get any details on the online portion of the game until much later after the initial trailer. So if Rockstar was cooking up some sort of future city additions to the online mode, it would make sense for that info to be revealed much later. Plus, when you consider how much longevity GTA 5 had, the idea of having new cities released later in the online mode seems like the logical next step for GTA Online DLC. So with that said, we love this idea. In fact, we're giving it a 5-star wanted level. Tommy Vercetti. The speculation surrounding Tommy Vercetti's return in GTA 6 gained momentum when GTA 6 started getting rumored about returning to Vice City. Tommy, of course, was the protagonist of the original Vice City game. However, with the HD era games minimizing the crossovers with the 3D era because of them existing in a separate timeline, as well as the passing of Ray Liotta, who portrayed Tommy, we're gonna guess this undoubtedly won't happen. In our opinion, that's for the best. The trailer's modern setting, themes, and the overall tone really diverges from the original Vice City. So honestly, we kinda hate this theory, though maybe a cool little Easter egg would be a good homage to Tommy. But what about Niko Bellic? We'll say that we actually think there's a better argument to be made for a Niko Bellic cameo. Some have speculated that this is possible, mainly because the GTA 4 universe is considered to be part of the same timeline as GTA 5, and presumably of GTA 6, while older games like Vice City are a part of a separate universe. We also get a really small reference to Niko in GTA 5.
There was an Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City, but he went quiet.
Given the fact that the tone of the GTA games, starting at 4, is much less cartoonish, we actually think a small Niko Bellic cameo could work. Okay, but let's talk about the theory that the entire internet is obsessed with. Is Lucia the Bikini Woman? It seems like fans just can't agree on this one. Midway through the trailer, there's a brief shot of an as yet unnamed woman in a bikini striking a pose for the camera before the video swiftly transitions to another scene. Many say this is Lucia, many say she isn't. Naturally, the internet has launched a full-blown investigation on the matter. A prevailing theory suggests that this woman could be Lucia, likely in a disguise or at a different point in time. That said, Lucia deniers point to the absence of a mole under the lip, a feature visible on Lucia's character. On the flip side, Lucia's supporters suggest the bikini woman might be using makeup to hide the mole. But then, Reddit user Kryper Express decided to blow up the screenshots, and we can see that the mole placement actually does line up between Lucia and the bikini model. So as of right now, we think it's her, and we love the theory that it is. And for the sake of the internet, yes, we will give this one a 5-star wanted level.